30 years ago, transplant surgeon Jay Vacanti and chemical engineer Robert Langer realized that to build an organ, cells also need a framework, a scaffold to guide their growth. The challenge was to engineer scaffold materials living tissue could grow on.
So this is a material that we call biorubber.
Biorubber, and you use the prefix bio because whatever is the material it will take to flesh or living cells.
That's right.
So why does the cell even care?
Because a lot of things could be toxic to a cell, or the cell wouldn't like their surface and wouldn't be able to grow on it.
Picky cells.
Cells are picky, and some are more picky than others.
But sculpting a scaffold out of the right material is only a start. To turn one into a living body part, an ear, for example, it must then be seeded with cells. A few weeks in an incubator allows those cells to multiply, covering the scaffold. Then comes a rather strange test. This is really creepy. I mean, mice are creepy enough, and this one has no hair and a human ear growing on its back.
Yes.
He doesn't seem to mind that he has an ear growing on his back.
No, he knows he's here for a bigger purpose. But this is a very, very important step in the science, because on the back of this animal, we're actually incubating and growing perfect cartilage in the shape of a human ear. And it's completely connected to the blood vessels, so that it's just like a native ear in a normal circumstance.
In the head of a person.
That's correct.
So when this finally gets implanted in a human, you don't expect rejection, as is so common with new body parts.
Exactly, because we're going to start with the patient's own cells. It'll make his own tissue, and therefore the body will accept it.
Within a year, Vacanti and Langer expect to be implanting their ears directly on the heads of soldiers wounded in Iraq and Afghanistan. But these will not be the first recipients of lab-grown body parts. Already, patients of other doctors have received blood vessels, skin, muscles, even bladders built the same way.